Hi, today we're going to be looking at order of operations. Let's get started. So the first thing that we're going to start with is I want you to think of math as a language, okay? Just like any other language like French or English, okay? Just another language. And as you guys all know, any language has rules, right? Grammar rules, spelling rules, whatever, you know? And every language has adjectives, nouns. There's rules to everything, right? So math also being a language, just like any other language, right, has rules. One of the grammar rules of math is called the order of operations. Now, what is that? The order of operations in math is a way of telling you how to approach a mathematical statement, a mathematical problem, and how to solve it. So if there were no standardized rules, different approaches would yield different answers. So we have to have rules on how to solve a mathematical statement. So consider this mathematical statement right here. This is a simple example. So I could give this example to multiple people and they could give me multiple answers. Well, let's have a look. The first person could say, well, I'm gonna solve this going left to right. 6 plus 2 is 8. 8 times 3 is 24, so 8 times 3 minus 5, let's rewrite that. 8 times 3 is 24 minus 5, and 24 minus 5 is 19. The answer is 19. Another person could come and say, well, no, I'm going to do it a different way. I'm going to go from right to left, or I'm going to do the simple stuff, the addition and subtraction, and then I'll do the multiplication. So 6 plus 2 is 8. 3 minus 5 is negative 2. And then multiply the two and we get negative 16. 8 times negative 2. You might have not done negative numbers yet, but that's fine. I just want to show you how this is a totally different answer. Someone else might come and say, well, no, I got to do multiplication first. So 2 times 3 is 6. And then we'll just bring this back here, right? 6 plus 6 minus 5. And now I'm going to go left to right. 6 plus 6 is 12 minus 5 equals 7. Okay, well actually this is the correct method, but you would never guess it. This is the correct answer. The correct answer is 7. But someone without knowing the rules would think it's 19 and negative 16. Now you might be thinking, how did you get 7? Why did you follow these crazy rules? Well, because I know the order of operations, and by the end of this video you'll know it as well. So let's look at them. So the order of operations are as follows, and we have an acronym that we use to remember these orders of operations, BEDMAS. Okay, and BEDMAS is an acronym that stands for brackets, exponents, division, multiplication, addition, subtraction. Okay, so what this essentially says, when you look at a math statement, the first thing you got to do is look at brackets. Are there brackets in the statement? If there are brackets, yes, that's the first thing you got to do. You got to solve what's inside the brackets. Okay, that's the first thing you do. Solve what's inside the bracket. Now, the second thing you got to do, well, let me say this. If there are no brackets in the statement, you automatically move on to the next step. Exponents. Is there exponentiation in this statement? Are there any exponents that you need to solve? If so, then go ahead and solve it. If not, then you skip to the third, um, to the third, whoops, to the third step. Okay, well, what's the third step? The third step, it might look like division, but actually it's division and multiplication. So division and multiplication are the third step. Division isn't third, multiplication isn't fourth. Division and multiplication come together, and the way you know which one to solve first is you go left to right. So whatever comes first, left to right, you solve. So division and multiplication are on the same level. After you're done all the division and multiplication questions in that statement, you move on to step number 4. And again, addition and subtraction are just like division and multiplication in that they come on the same step. They're below division and multiplication, but addition and subtraction are on the same level. So you solve addition and subtraction, um, uh, whatever comes first, left to right. Okay, so if you see a subtraction before addition left to right, then you go with subtraction first. If you see addition first, then you go with addition first. Okay, so BEDMAS, brackets first, then exponents. So brackets first, then exponents, then division or multiplication, whatever comes first, and then addition or subtraction, whatever comes first. Okay, let's solve a few questions, okay? Now, I have a few statements here, and we're going to solve them using BEDMAS. Now, if you haven't remembered BEDMAS yet, that's okay. I'm going to have it right here on the side so we remember, okay? So, we're going to follow BEDMAS. The first thing that we're going to do is, okay, brackets. Well, are there any brackets here? No. So we skip it, right? There's no brackets. Are there any exponents? There are not. So we skip that. Is there any division or multiplication? Guess what? There is, right? There's no division, but there's multiplication. So we got to solve that first. Well, this is a multiplication, right? So 4 times 5 is 20. And then we drop this down, rewrite it. So we've got 3 plus 20. Well, we're done division, we're done multiplication because there's no more. Is there any addition? Yes. 3 plus 20, and that gives us 23. The answer is 23. Let's try this. Again, are there any brackets? No. Are there any exponents? No. Is there any division or multiplication? No division, but there is multiplication. Okay, well, what's 9 times 3? 9 times 3 is 27. So 56 minus 27. Is there any addition or subtraction? You bet. No addition, but there is subtraction. So we got to subtract. What's 56 minus 27? You could do this on the side if it's a bit harder. 56 minus 27. 6 minus 7, we can't do that, so we take, this is like long subtraction, right? We take this becomes a 4, this becomes a 16. 16 minus 7 is a 9. 4 minus 2 is a 2. So the answer is 29. The answer is 29. 56 minus 27 is 29. Okay, let's do this. Are there any brackets? No. Are there any exponents? No. Is there any division? Yes, there is. Yes, there is. Division is 64 divided by 8. Well, what's 64 divided by 8? That's 8, right? We rewrite the statement. 3 plus 8. Is there any more division or multiplication? No, there isn't. Is there addition? Yes, there is. So we do the addition. 3 plus 8 is 11. Perfect. Let's do the last one. Again, we go through BEDMAS. We start at the brackets. Are there any brackets? Yes, there are. There are brackets, so the first thing we got to do is solve what's inside the bracket. Okay, 3 plus 5 is 8. Now that this is solved, the brackets disappear. We get rid of the brackets. We rewrite the statement. 5 times 8. Are there any exponents? No. Is there any division? No. Is there any multiplication? Yes, there is. Well, what's 5 times 8? 40. The answer is 40. Okay, so 23, 29, 11, 40. Now that we know BEDMAS, if we go back, all the way back to the original question, let's do BEDMAS here. I'm going to write it here so we remember BEDMAS. Okay, so let's do this now. Okay, well, are there any brackets in this question? No, there are not. Are there any exponents? No, there isn't. Is there any division? No. Is there any multiplication? Yes, there is. So we got to do that first. Okay, so I'm going to rewrite it right here, the whole statement, and I'm going to do it up here. Well, times 3 minus 5. We do multiplication first. 2 times 3 is 6. We rewrite the statement. Okay, now that we've done division, we've done multiplication, we do addition and subtraction. Well, there is both addition and subtraction. What do we do first? We do addition and subtraction left to right. So whatever comes first, left to right. Well, addition comes first. So 6 plus 6 is 12, minus 5 is 7. Okay? And that's the answer. And that's why I said this is the correct answer. Hopefully you've enjoyed this video, and thank you for watching.